Have you ever been brought together with total strangers over a similar love for music, even when the weather is not perfect, just like in the Scholarly Journal article? At a music festival, unity, self expression, and dance will usually be superior. Rolling Stone magazine shows that this is what the music festival industry thrives on, offering people once in a lifetime experiences so they will buy tickets. But according to Huffington Post, music festivals do more than just sell tickets. They help spread music across the world, help with the local economies, and compete for the best musical lineup. This music festival industry has grown and changed greatly since it originated, and this can be shown through how music festivals have affected societies locally, nationally, and globally. In order to understand what led to the modern music festival, one must first understand the way that people looked up to jazz and folk throughout the 1950s and the 1960s. According to jazz expert Thomas Gale, throughout this time, jazz was mainstream and it was the music that the average person listened to. Also, not only was jazz and folk more socially acceptable than pop and rock, but also these genres were far more academically acceptable. Every major music festival up to 1967 was a jazz or folk festival, and this was because, as Lou Adler shows in his PBS interviews, organizers were not willing to take the financial risk in not doing a jazz or folk festival. As this trend continued, this did not please many rock artists, and they tried to make their art form more popular. Folk and rock legend Bob Dylan, now 76, was asked to play the Newport Folk Festival in 1965 because of the folk songs he had, such as Blowin' in the Wind. But according to Time magazine, instead of an acoustic set, which is what the organizers had expected to do, Bob decided to play an electric set. This was a big deal because electric instruments were usually played during rock music, and because of Bob playing a rock set, the crowd of folk lovers booed him. However, this not only helped the sale of his new single Like a Rolling Stone, but this also inspired more people to be anti-establishment and support rock. According to his PBS interview, record producer Lou Adler was so inspired by both this and jazz being the mainstream genre that he had a vision to make the first music festival that was not jazz or folk. Another event that started this first modern music festival was that musician John Phillips grew up poor and found music. According to tech journalist Nicole Lewis, the reason that this pop star's life was so crucial to this festival was because all proceeds from the Monterey Pop Festival in 1967 went to charity. According to the Monterey Pop Festival Foundation page description, if John had not grown up poor, he would not have had the passion for charity, which led to him wanting to create a fundraiser to support music programs around the country. John combined his passion for charity with the record producer Lou Adler's vision that was to make a new type of festival centered on pop, and together they organized both the Monterey Pop Festival and the Monterey Pop Festival Foundation. Here's an original poster from the festival. The sense of originality and the hippie crowd that they are trying to attract can be inferred through the color scheme. Modern music festivals such as Isle of Wight, Glastonbury, and Woodstock were inspired to start because of the success of this festival. As the former CEO of Live Nation, Charlie Mierswa, explained in the Journal of Accountancy, you must observe and attend the events run to make the best experience possible. However, when a festival is marketed well, it not only helps the U.S. economy through the ticket sales, but also helps the local economy. This is shown in a Huffington Post article, which is written by Kelsey Clark. According to research done by the Los Angeles Times, when a festival is well marketed, it not only helps the festival organizer, but helps the local economy. An example of a festival helping the local economy is how the music festival Coachella affects the economy of Indio, California every year. This not only helps hotel owners who are able to raise the prices of their rooms and still consistently sell it out, but it also helps homeowners who rent out their homes. By helping the economy, Coachella is also helping the government. Ticket sales alone are bringing in $3.18 million in tax revenues for the city, which is about 5% of the general fund. Also, about $106 million are being put into the economy of India. This again shows how music festivals can help a local economy. Here's a map of Coachella obtained from the LA Times, and all of the different stages, pop-up store, promotional tents, and other structures affect the physical geography of the desert greatly. All the sponsorships that the festival has received can also be seen through the map. They can be shown through all of the different areas and structures that are named after major companies. Even though Coachella is one of the most successful music festivals in the world, even they must compete with other festivals to get the best line. As music festivals grow and expand, so does the competition that goes along with them throughout the United States. In the California area alone, there are major music festivals such as FYF Festival, Bottle Rock, Outside Lands, Coachella, and Arroyo Seco. As the festival industry grows, so does the U.S. economy because of all the festival tickets sold help the economy greatly. When festivals are competing over artists, according to Rolling Stone, it helps the artists generate more money for their appearances. This helps the U.S. economy because all these artists must pay taxes on the money they are getting paid for the gigs. Finally, music festivals can help or hurt the physical geography of the United States. Even though physical geography and natural resources such as grass or plants are often destroyed during fests, according to environmental expert Catherine Martinko, people are able to see how beautiful environments are in their best condition and are inspired to preserve it. Music festivals not only help the U.S. economy, but globally they help artists' record sales a lot. As music festivals spread, many artists on the lineups may not be from the country that the music fest is held in. According to an article by political expert Ben Riley Smith, this helps globalize music because artists from different countries are seeing an increase in record sales due to these festivals. An example is rapper Snoop Dogg, whose album sales went up greatly from just performing at the British Wireless Festival. This helped the global economy because England is making money for the festival itself while the US economy is improving through these artists' record sales. There have been many constants throughout the history of the music festival industry, such as crowd type, money motives, and music that is played at these festivals. One constant is the goal of organizers, which is to make money either for a charity or for personal profit. Also, throughout the history of music festivals, as they became more profitable, more festivals were created. Although this varies at all festivals, the maximum crowd capacity has for the most part stayed the same. According to music critic Gene Santoro, at Woodstock there were 400,000 people that attended, and the Electric Daisy Festival in Las Vegas now reaches the same capacity mark. Although the basic goal of music festivals has always been the same, in the past 10 years these events have become larger scale and more widespread. An example of this is that at the first Woodstock, the most any artist made was $20,000 a set, according to Gene Santoro's encyclopedia article. Now artists are making up to millions to headline music festivals. There's now far more competition, and these events are just generally larger scale. Also, music festivals have become reliant on sponsorships in the recent years, but in the past, the organizers themselves invested the majority of their funds for the festivals. Throughout its time, the modern music festival industry has changed from a few bands and record producers trying to raise money to being organizers' livelihood and true life passion. When judging if a festival will be successful in the industry, one must consider the festival's location, lineup, and promotional strategy.